You're watching TimesXP. I'm Driti Atri, and here are the biggest stories making headlines across the world today. Let's start with it. India in the global spotlight. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky calls Prime Minister Narendra Modi, urging India to use its influence to push back against Russia's war machine. Well, talks covered sanctions, oil imports, and a possible face-to-face meet at the UN General Assembly next month. India's peace push. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reaffirms that India stands for the dialogue, not war, promising diplomatic efforts for a just and lasting peace in Ukraine. Syrian shakeup post-Assad. Well, Syria officials say that Russia should resume military patrol in its south just to counter Israel. Well, the move could place Russian troops right along Israel's northern frontier in the tense Golan Heights. Assad is in exile. Yes, former Syrian President Bashar al-Assad now lives in Russia as Moscow reactivates troops in Syria's northeast that is close to the United States position. Arab-Russia exit? Well, analysts warn that the request could signal Russia siding more openly with the Arab states in a possible confrontation with Israel. Iran's mass arrest after June. Israel-Iran clashes restart. Well, Iran detains over 21,000 people in a sweeping security crackdown, accusing some of spying, cyber crimes, and aiding the Israel and US collision. Trump versus Goldman Sachs. Well, Donald Trump lasted out at Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon over warning that his tariffs will sharply raise prices for the United States consumer. In the meantime, US President quips Solomon should focus on DJing instead. Tariff tension. Yes, Goldman predicts that Americans could bear up to 67% of new tariff cost. Trump allies dismiss the data, sparking fresh Wall Street and White House friction. China's military show began. Yes, Beijing unveils rare high-security footage of its DF-100 supersonic cruise missile, a so-called carrier killer amid rising South China Sea tension. Philippines warns China after a dangerous sea run-in. Philippines warns that continued Chinese aggression could drag it and its United States ally into a wider war if Taiwan's tensions explode. Alaska showdown all set. All eyes are on Alaska meeting, where Putin meets Trump on August 15 in talks that could reset the course of the Ukraine war. In the meantime, US President is signaling a listen-first approach. Israeli Air Force rebels. Nearly 200 retired Israeli pilots protest against Netanyahu's Gaza policy outside headquarters of military, calling for a hostage deal over deeper military actions. Gaza aid video war leaked after Hamas's parade. Israeli media claims that militants hijacked aid trucks. In the meantime, Palestinians say that the armed men were security escorts, not the fighters. Houthis strike Israel. Well, Yemen's Houthi rebels claim drone attacks on 4 Israeli cities, vowing to continue until and unless Gaza's war ends. In the meantime, Israel retaliates with strikes on Houthi infrastructure. 2 wars, 1 rebel force. Houthi remains locked in a civil war at home while acting as Iran's proxy against Israel, rising fears that Yemen could be pulled deeper into regional conflict. That's all for now. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and come back on TimesXP same times tomorrow for all the latest news that actually matters. I'm Driti Atri. See you next time.